What's up, everybody, and welcome to the Wordcast. Every Monday, we bring you the latest in video game news, talk about survival horror, machinima, and what's going on at the Ward. I'm one of your hosts, Shaun Clark, alongside Jazz Rich.
Hello.
Alec Funnel.
¿Qué pasa?
Shayla Hill.
Hi.
And Cody Howard.
Hello.
So we have another 5-man crew today, so we're probably going to go a little bit over.
1, 2, 3, 4.
But yeah. Last time we did this, it was like a 2.5-hour podcast, so we'll try to not hit that, but it's probably going to be like 2 hours. So heads up.
Just blame me.
I do.
Yeah.
I always blame you. No, I blame Shayla.
You turn into a car.
It's my fault.
There you go. So Netflix has decided to take a wet, hot, steamy shit on Cowboy Bebop. I didn't know this until today, but apparently Netflix is doing a live action series based on the anime. And the casting is pretty fucking garbage.
Like usual?
Yeah, basically. John Cho from Harold and Kumar is going to be Spike. Mustafa Shakir from Luke Cage is going to be Jet. I don't even know who that person is. Daniela Pineda will be Faye, and I don't know who that is. And Alex Hassel, which he has like no acting history whatsoever, is going to be Vicious. Like, what the fuck? Why?
People?
Exactly. This is like a huge
Netflix
property.
got property and then said, "See you later, Space Cowboy."
Yeah, right? It's going to be Aladdin all over again. Oh.
After the newest trailer of Aladdin, I feel a little bit better about it, to be honest.
When did it release?
A few weeks ago?
If it's the one that I saw, that one made me hate it even more.
It was the one where, like, he wasn't Blue Genie. He was looking normal.
I thought that was the first one.
No, there's parts of the movie where he's Blue Genie, and then there's parts of the movie where he's, like, looking normal to blend in.
Yeah.
Black Genie.
And
Wow.
I think the only thing so far I don't like is Jafar.
I hate all of it. All of it. The costumes, the casting, the fucking special effects. Mainly the genie. I think they did an awful job on the genie. Which really makes me sad because I love Aladdin and I was really excited about this.
Honestly, I'm mostly upset because I just wish that they wouldn't try to copy the original. Like, just make a new Aladdin movie. Disney, make a new Aladdin movie. That's fine.
Here's the thing.
Make a live-action version of an already awesome film.
The 40 Thieves, the second Aladdin movie that went straight to VHS, fucking fantastic.
It was.
Yeah, it's really good.
I liked all.
it.
I watched the show too, actually.
Don't wish too much though, Shayla, because Will Smith will show up.
The show actually was pretty good too, surprisingly.
The show had one of my favorite riddles.
Riddles?
Yeah,
Oh, Sesame?
in one of the episodes, they face a sphinx and it asks them riddles, and it has one of my favorites.
I remember that an episode where he said, "Do you want to see this pencil disappear?" And then he
God.
slammed face into desk. Wait, wrong property.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, anyway, sorry. Didn't mean to get you off track.
No, you're good. Also, at the time of this recording, we're 1 day away from Shayla's birthday. So happy birthday, Shayla.
Happy birthday.
Yay.
Yeah, why aren't you guys singing like people to her?
Oh,
Because
wait.
she won't be
Copyright.
uncomfortable and miserable.
Wow.
No.
yeah.
No, we couldn't prepare because I didn't know what was happening.
We can
Yeah.
do it now.
No. You'll get copy strike.
Happy birthday!
Hell yeah!
Happy birthday!
To you!
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday, dear Shayla!
Happy birthday!
Okay,
I'm gonna have to put like a warning for like turn down your volume for this episode.
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
I want your gift to be the gift of health.
Wow.
Get better. You sound
Laughter is
better.
the best medicine. In an old country, we have laughing gas.
Exactly. Perfect.
Uh-oh.
I think you
What?
should sing the old country version of Happy Birthday.
Oh no.
It's
That sounds
going to be
horrifying.
the sound of swords swinging.
Every day, every day is birthday in old country. Every day is birthday in old country. Hail Supreme Leader.
Jesus Christ.
Damn.
Cody, how was your week?
It was pretty good. Borderlands nonstop past 3 days.
Gross.
Fuck you. Borderlands is amazing.
It's fine. It's fine.
Better than Tetris.
Yeah. You're right.
It's done better looter shooter than anything ever, and
Except
has still
Combat
yet to be
Exile.
surpassed.
Yeah, probably. I think I could agree with that. But there's not a whole lot of competition out there. Well, there's a lot of competition, but it's
Well,
bad
now there's a lot of
competition.
competition, but it all sucks. So it's still the god king of looter shooters.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
Nice. So
Now
you played a whole bunch of that. Is it just the first Borderlands or both, the first and second? They did a remaster of both, right? Or was it just one?
Yeah, I bought the remaster the moment it dropped. Had some extra money, the last bit of it kind of lying around that wasn't going towards CDs, and I got the remaster of one, all the DLC, so it's 4K, HDR, 60 frames with all the DLC, and they actually added features. It's not just a normal remaster, so they added things to it.
Yeah.
Like, redid the entire HUD. They redid the whole, like, Angel thing, if you remember that character. She looks different. She's not live action anymore. She's, like, this cool digitized thing on screen. There's a mini-map. They added more guns.
How? There were
They
so
did.
many.
And it's been nonstop a blast. It is very buggy. They actually have a lot of bugs in this, so...
Of
but
course.
it's still amazing. It's not buggy when you're in single player practically, but anything online, expect a ton of issues.
Yeah, we don't release complete games these days, so it's to be expected.
I mean, it's complete. It works if you're playing it by yourself. The online just like you get disconnected
well, considering
a lot.
the nature of that game, that's kind of important. Just a little.
Oh
bit.
yeah. I mean, I could still connect the people. It's just the the match lobby thing where you could browse matches doesn't work at all. And you could probably play for about nearly an hour with your friend before you get disconnected and just have to get another invite. and
That's
play for
such
another hour.
bullshit. You play anything else?
Have I played anything else? I played Conan.
I think everyone's playing Conan right now.
Oh yeah. I mean, I've been playing Conan for years, but I've been playing it a lot.
Oh, look at this trendsetter here. This hipster motherfucker.
I was
Oh,
playing
no.
it before it was cool.
Oh no, that I was playing Fortnite before it was cool, to be honest. Conan, I picked up like a year after it like hit early access, and I've been playing it since. So I'm not a trendsetter by any means.
Nice. Anything
Now
else?
join Old Country.
I started Star Wars Battlefront 2 on Xbox this morning, the original one, the 2005 one, because it's on Games for Gold.
Oh, nice.
Star Wars.
Star Wars.
Star Wars. I think that's it. I've done a lot this week. Started God of War last week.
The first one?
No, like the remake.
Oh.
The Norse one.
See, that is the problem with rebranding shit, or not rebranding, but retitling things the same thing that they fucking started with. It's like, there's two God of Wars now, and they're the same fucking name, exactly. So now you have to differentiate, like, which one you're
And
talking
it's like,
about.
is it a reboot? No, it's a sequel. What the fuck?
Yeah. Fucking stupid.
It's like a reboot sequel. It's ridiculous, but it's so good.
Yeah, it's amazing. Love that game. It definitely earned all those awards that it won.
Oh, Beat Saber.
I fucking
I've
hate
been playing
you.
a
I need
lot.
to get that
Fucking
damn
move
game.
on to the next person.
I need to get Beat Saber. Jazz, how was your week?
It was okay. Yeah.
That's all.
Wow.
That's all you
It's
got?
It wasn't very eventful. Like, I worked and I had some other stuff going on, so I didn't really sit to play many games. I mean, I played more Shadow of Tomb Raider, played Conan. But that I just played mostly like today. I've been playing. What is that? It's like that Dungeons and Dragons game, Neverwinter.
Mm.
That was
Oh
fun.
yeah, I need to download that too. I downloaded Conan
you do.
today, so.
Good.
If it
And-
reinstalls and works, we can all be old country.
We can. The servers are obviously crashing because it's free and buggy, so Sony's like, okay, whatever. Next. And then, yeah. And oh, I know I didn't play many things, and I've been watching pretty much nothing but Futurama, but I did get some good news yesterday.
What'd you get?
Fucking in October, Celine Dion is coming to Ottawa.
Oh, nice.
Oh my god!
My aunt was like, "Are you going to see her?"
Ooh.
And I just stared at her like, "When?" Like $200 for a ticket. I'm there.
I don't care. I'm going.
I don't give a fuck. It's Celine.
Have you seen her before?
Yeah, when I was a little bit younger, it was fun.
Nice.
I liked it.
That's
Good.
all.
Yeah.
I'm jealous.
You can come, but it's Ottawa.
I know.
What does that even mean?
I mean, Shayla's tried to come here before.
Oh, that sounds like a bad story.
Nope, it just you.
It's just
you
an
guys
unin-
have to get passports and shit.
Yeah, I didn't make it.
Oh, like you didn't know you needed a passport, so you tried to go, but you couldn't?
No,
No,
like
she never actually tried.
I just realized how expensive it is to get a passport in
Hmm.
Canada, and it's like, whoa, that's way more expensive than flying.
Jazz
in the
isn't
United-
worth that.
Was it?
No,
wasn't
it
it like
just means
you
I
had
have to-
just moved states and you had to change all your information
Mm-hmm.
and all that garbage, and it would have taken like 5 months to do that. And I was like, well, the con's
my
next
God.
week, so I guess you're not coming this year.
Passports, and they have this thing going on with passports where it's like, to get your initial one, it's kind of like a lot of waiting. So it's like if you need one quick, they're like, well, we can do one quicker, but you're going to have to pay us a lot of
Mhm.
money.
That's the government for you.
We'd put you atop of the list of old country day one.
But we're going to need to, yeah. So
Just
it's
to
fuck-
get in. You can never get out.
never.
You can't
Yes,
get that to old
you didn't-
country.
That was it.
You didn't get to play a new game this week? Or is Conan your new game?
I tried to play Resident Evil Outbreak. I really did.
What does that mean?
I still don't like it, even if I give it another shot.
How do you not like it?
Good.
It just fucking bugs me. There's constant text on your screen. The characters are just like not saying what they're like. I don't like the lack of dialogue and like communication. It's just like people running around. Like fucking one of the guys was following me around. I didn't get to pick who was gonna be on my team. They just started following me, and I was like, alright, that's cool. One of them
For
was a cop.
shits and giggles, do you want to fill up the rest of your time telling them about our experience on Conan this morning and why we keep talking like we do so you can actually fill them in?
No, it's funnier this way.
I'm fine with that.
Wow.
They have to learn as they go.
Like we did.
We're
Oh,
not
yeah,
worried
I
about
already
that.
knew what I
I'm
was
not
doing.
quite clear on how that shit started. We just started talking like that because I don't know, and then
God.
everything became a threat.
We started eating people.
Oh
Started
my!
feeding people.
Your Outbreak hate makes me sad. It's a good game. It's beautiful.
So technically, I tried 3 different games this week.
This year?
This year.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair
If
enough.
you count me modding the PlayStation Classic, then I've tried so many fucking games this past week.
I guess
So many
that's
games.
fair. So at least somebody played games, Jazz. No, I'm just kidding. Just
Fucking
kidding.
played games.
I'm just kidding. It's fine. It's fine. Shh, 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 shh. Alec, how was your week?
It was very bloody long, but I did get quite a lot done.
Hey, that's good.
I got the platinum trophy on Burnout Paradise, so now it's just
Ooh.
sitting there and collecting dust. As for the challenge, last week, I think you said you got to play 2 new games or something like
No, just one.
that. Yeah, well, never mind. Anyway, so I got left alive, and I probably shouldn't have bothered.
Yeah, it looked
Why
like
does everybody keep buying that fucking game?
Well,
On day one, everyone said it was bad.
It looks really interesting, and it gives like Metal Gear vibes and stuff. So I don't know. I
Well-
wanted it. I was tempted, but I don't know.
On
looked
day
kinda wonky.
one, I literally seen a title by Jim Sterling, and it said, "Left Alive, the Phantom Pain in the Ass."
Yeah, but I mean, if a game's exciting enough, or like if it appeals to you enough, like you just want to play it, despite what the reviews are saying. I mean,
I
there's
agree
been
on
games
that.
where reviews like shit all over a game, and then I play it, and I'm like, wow, this is really good. What the fuck?
I agree, because I've done
I-
that quite a few times.
Yeah, so yeah, that was my. Otherwise, I did start playing COD again.
Stop playing with your COD.
Oh my god!
Gross.
Just the campaign, or
No, I've been playing with you guys, haven't
oh, okay.
I? But I did complete the campaign, and the last fucking mission was a bitch.
Play it on the hardest difficulty, and then talk to me about it.
Fuck and off.
That's what I'm doing. It's fucking stupid.
I mean, in all honesty, though, as far as Call of Duty games go, that game on the hardest difficulty is definitely the easiest by a lot. Those games are fucking insane. I think the worst one was World at War.
I was just
It's
looking at it on my shelf. I was like, those
fucking
You take
raining
2 steps to
grenades.
die.
Like, I think it's 2 bullets kill you, and it's constantly fucking raining grenades. Like, every
Oh, so-
second or two, you have to fucking grab and throw a grenade back. It's
So
it's
you're
insane.
saying it's Ghosts and Goblins. You one bullet takes away your armor, the other takes away your skin.
Essentially, yeah. Only there's like fucking thousands of zombies and monsters fucking coming at you at once. It's crazy.
It's realistic.
I mean, yeah, it is. Cool. Anything else?
I do have a little bit of news personally. Earlier today, me and my partner finally got started on the mortgage. So give it a couple of months, I should be moving out.
Awesome. Congratulations.
Yee.
That's super cool.
Old country is proud of you.
Oh god, you can fuck off.
Wow.
You are no longer invited to old country. You build your own house away from us.
It's fine, we're leaving every country, so fuck off.
I'm taking the dog.
You're already leaving the UK or whatever the fuck that is again.
Who knows what's going on in the UK?
Did you say Mufasa?
Yeah.
Perfect. Shayla, how was your week?
So I guess we're talking about the Lion King remake?
Oh
No.
god, no. I'm
Oh,
afraid.
no. Oh, hi.
Hello, how was your week?
Very tiring and busy. Having to do some like spring cleaning and rearranging of things and organizing. So my systems have been like my big system, my big boy system. I have been
What does
getting,
that
like,
mean?
I don't know either.
and I found my DS Lite. So I've been like binging on like Game Boy Advance and DS games. So I played Super Princess Peach. What? It's not gross. And also Astro Boy on the Game Boy Advance, and that game is amazing.
Is that the one that's supposed to be really good, or was it the one on the
Yeah.
PS2?
It's on the Game Boy Advance. It's made by Treasure, and it's amazing.
Oh, that must have been the good one. I thought it was the PS2 one. Like, I just know that there's an Astro Boy that was supposed to be like really good, and nobody knew about it.
It's the Game Boy Advanced one. It's so good. Everyone should play it. DS Lites are cheap. Just go get one and play Astro Boy because it's so fun.
So do you play it on a Game Boy player, or, when you stick it under the GameCube? Or...
I found my DS Lite, so the DS Lite actually can play advanced games. It's got a little bottom, and you like can pop the cartridges in, and it plays them.
It's just hard for me to play a game on a handheld for an extended period of time.
Wow.
It hurts my back, and I get uncomfortable, and it can't hold my attention for some reason. Unless I'm like out in the world and like I have to kill time.
There's 2 other options, and I actually do have these things. You can either like that game is actually available for like you can play just a ROM of it, so like or like a hacked system. It's pretty easy to do that. Or Because I might even be expensive now. I don't really know. So if it's like one of those things where it's like, oh, you got to pay arm and leg for it, you might want to just you can play it on a ROM. Or if you do have the actual cartridge and you don't like playing, they have that Game Boy Advance player. If you have a GameCube, it's a little thing that goes on the bottom of your GameCube, and then you can stick the Game Boy Advance games in there. It's kind of like a Super Game Boy for the GameCube.
I bet that thing's super rare, though.
I hope not, because it's cool. And there's lots of really good Game Boy Advance games.
Yeah, it was pretty good. I've had one a few times.
You had one a few times?
Oh, yeah. I've had various GameCubes because they keep kind of dying.
Oh.
I think you can even actually hack a Wii so that you can play ROMs on that.
I mean, you could probably hack anything and get anything on there almost, it seems like.
Yeah, the original Xbox, the very first Xbox.
Oh, that was Mod Central.
I've seen some really impressive hacks with that. I've seen a hack on an Xbox where you could just take, if you had Neo Geo CDZ games, or B games, which I do, you could actually just like put them in the Xbox and it would read them better than the original Neo Geo CDZ.
Oh my god. That's really sad.
The original Xbox mods were, oh my god, those were insane.
Yeah, they were really good. I actually want to find someone I can trust to like get mine modded, because like, yeah, there was some really good mods for that system. Original Xbox, yo, get it. I'm actually gonna play that like next week because I found my original Xbox, which Damon actually gifted to me for one of my birthdays.
Oh.
Yeah, so I'm gonna bust out my Xbox original because I have lots of fucking amazing games for that. So I'll probably play a bunch of Xbox games next week.
Awesome.
Maybe stream.
Yeah, you should stream some and just play some for funsies.
Heck yeah.
I'd like to go back and play some Xbox games too. What's that?
So speaking of funsies, you said about handheld games. And I remembered on a video you had the Resident Evil 2 Tiger Electric game, and I'm like, have you ever completed that?
No, it's hard. It's so fucking hard. Like, that's the most difficult Resident Evil ever.
I was about to say, if it wasn't a collector's item, I'd say send that to me. I would do a Let's Play.
Well,
if you send it to me, I would do it.
How would you do it, though?
I have a camcorder.
I have one too, but I mean, I guess I can try it.
It's a challenge.
It had a multiplayer mode too. I don't even know how that works, but it's bad. I got really far once, but I don't even know if it ends now that I think about it. It probably just goes on forever and you play for score. But yeah, I've always wanted to do kind of like a Let's Play for it, but I never really knew how it would work. Like, I thought about setting up like a camcorder in front of the screen, but I just figured like the green screen and the black fucking graphics or whatever you want to call those, I didn't think it'd pick up very well, but I can try it.
If you know how to do lighting, like especially with webcams, since you can adjust like hue, brightness, and all that stuff, you could probably get it down right if you film it from a webcam and do all the settings beforehand.
Yeah, I'll play around with it and see what I can do. I think that'd be fun.
How's your week been, John?
I had a little old baby week. Not a whole lot happened. Big old little old. I've been super tired this week, so I slept almost as much as a normal person should, which is way too much for me, but I guess that's good because I needed sleep. But I've been mainly working on just kind of ward stuff with my free time. I finished my Batman extravaganza with the Dark Knight movies. And Bane and Catwoman are really, really bad. Real bad. Worse than I remembered. The Dark Knight, the second Batman movie in that trilogy, is still fucking amazing. I also watched Batman vs. Superman again, and I actually enjoyed it quite a bit this time. Lex Luthor is complete garbage, but everything else I thought was pretty solid. You know, it's got some issues here and there, but I don't know. I enjoyed it. I liked Batfleck. And that warehouse fight scene is fucking the shit. It's like one of the best superhero fight scenes in my opinion. So
I don't
good.
see what people's issue was with Ben Affleck as Batman. I really don't
I
see
think it was more of the idea of it because of his background and
Yeah,
just
'cause
his
nobody-
personality. Like nobody could envision that. I couldn't either. When I heard that, I thought that was like really weird. But to see him in the role, like he looked the part. He portrayed it really well.
He did a really good Bruce Wayne too, which is
Yeah.
what a lot of fuck up.
And he'll never do it again.
I know
That's a
it's really sad that he's never gonna get his solo movie. I was curious to see how that panned out. What'd you
Yeah,
say?
what's with them constantly, pressing reset on their movies?
Because they don't know what they're doing.
They don't know how to through. They made a couple mistakes, and rather than like try to fix it, they're just like panicking and like reset.
I
Yeah.
feel like it was more than a couple, but
Like-
yeah.
Well, they
Yeah.
fuck up and they don't know what to do. It's like, oh well, I mean, nobody liked this, so it doesn't make sense to make a sequel. So I guess we got to start over, and now they're just stuck in this endless loop where that's all that's happening. They're doing that again with Suicide Squad, which why?
The Suicide
Why
Squad.
would you do that? Like, just let it die. You tried, it didn't work. It doesn't need a fucking reboot, at least not now. Maybe in 5 years or something.
I was
but-
gonna say give it 10. That'll be
Yeah.
proper.
It's just
Well,
to
and-
immediately make a reboot.
It's just stupid because they laid down all like they. It's like whether it's good or bad, you laid down all this groundwork. So it's like, why don't you just work with what you have and try to fix? Like, you know what I mean? Like you can come back from it. There are a couple good little nuggets in there. I mean, I actually didn't hate everything that DC's been doing. It's weird.
I gotta say, because I'm not a DC fan other than I think Batman, and I think that's about it. But Shazam looks fucking amazing.
Yeah, I've heard
Yeah.
it's pretty good too. But yeah, just the
Also-
whole thing doesn't make sense because, like, when you release a movie and it tanks, the brand is damaged. Like, it doesn't really matter what you do. If you use that same brand name and you reboot it, people are still going to associate it with the first one. And even if you do a sequel, that's going to happen. If you reboot it, it's still going to happen. So that's why you need to fucking pause for, like Cody said, probably a decade would be ideal, and then let people forget about the disaster and then try it again. Otherwise, it's going to be a failure because you've created the stigma for that brand name, so it's at least temporarily ruined. So you're not going to get the sales that you're expecting no matter what you do. It's dumb.
True.
They like Aladdin.
Yeah.
Also, can I just say one quick comment on the fight you were mentioning earlier about Batman versus Superman?
Yeah, the Arkham fight.
Yeah, I figure one of the reasons it was probably a pretty decent fight is because, like, I was in the movie theater with my mom, and she's like, "Why is Batman beating up Superman?" Like, she was so mad.
Make her sound so heartbroken.
She's like, because she knows I like Batman, so she's like, "You like this guy?
That guy's an asshole.
Asshole! Beat up Superman."
The one
Because, like,
thing that is kind of weird, and again, we've talked about, different timelines and universes and all this shit, but it's just weird to see Batman kill a bunch of motherfuckers, which he does in that movie many times. Like that time where he fucking runs into a car and smashes it like against the wall and it gets all crushed, and then he like harpoons it and drags it along the road. Those people are dead. There's no way they're not dead. And like there's a bunch of instances where shit like that happens. Like there's sometimes where it's like indirect, but he does something that guarantees death. And like he's stabbing people and shooting them and stuff like that, and like it's really violent. There's a part too in that warehouse fight scene where he like punches or throws somebody up against the wall and like a big pool of blood like splatters against the fucking wall, killing people. Like you can't even debate it. Like he's straight up murdering people, which I mean, I don't necessarily mind. Like I think it makes sense if Batman were to be a real character and doing what he is doing. It makes more sense for him to kill people than to not. But most storylines have him not killing people. Like the Batman that most people know doesn't kill people. So it's just kind of weird to see that.
at some weird point, I feel like they should just like, it would piss a lot of people off, but I feel like the rule of Batman shouldn't just be that like, oh, Batman doesn't kill people, because like, yeah, he's gonna end up killing someone somehow, some way. The rule should be Batman doesn't intentionally kill people. People just die.
Yeah, that's fair. And that's kind of what's going on in Batman
like,
versus
he'll
Superman.
never consciously
kind of.
kill somebody. He'll just do something, and if they die from it, they die from it. But
Yeah.
he won't try to kill them.
But in all
Like,
honesty, it's fucking stupid. Like, Batman should get to the point where it's like, okay, I put the Joker in Arkham 30 times. He's gonna die. Like, I need to kill this fucking guy. You know, watching like the animated series,
Joker,
it's like,
I know that's just a theory, but
yeah. But like watching the animated series, like Batman keeps throwing these same people back into Arkham over and over again, and it's just like you don't even see them escape. It's just like they're out. It's like they go in there for like a couple of days and then they just release them and then he throws them back in. It's like these are psychopathic fucking murderers that are trying to like destroy Gotham and murder people and all
the
this.
Gotham police system is terrible.
It's ridiculous. You would think that Batman would get to the point where he's just like, okay, motherfuckers have got to die, or I'm hanging up my cape. Something.
You guys, I love that one episode where they basically like put Batman on trial. Like, first of all, somehow Arkham Asylum managed to take over the whole asylum, like the actual like inmates.
Well, and then the city.
Yeah, but then they held a well, no, they had the trial inside Arkham for Batman, basically like blaming him for everything.
Oh yeah, no, I was talking about the games. Like they take over Arkham City.
Oh, they did that too. Yeah, that's right. Oh, fuck.
And I know it's not like technically has to do with the movies. So if we're gonna bring up Arkham real quick and the games and Batman killing, the fucking Batmobile in Arkham Knight.
Yeah, with the explosive rounds.
They keep fucking saying in every interview that they've ever done, they kept saying, I don't want to say keep, they kept saying, oh no, Batman's not killing people. Okay, let me ride 90 miles per hour down a street in Gotham and smack this fucking guy with my car. Electrified shield or not, he is dead on impact.
Yeah.
How
I
many
guess
people did I
that's
kill in
part of the
Arkham
problem
Knight?
too, is that they always try to defend it. It's like, just commit to it. Figure out what you're doing and commit to it. If you're gonna have them kill people, own up to it and be like, that's our vision. Don't
Like,
fucking
at
try
least-
to deny it. It's
At
clearly
least have
happening.
Alfred or Oracle call him and be like, don't do that.
Yeah. What were you saying, Shayla?
And no more CG villains,
No more CG villains.
please. No more CG villains. I mean, at least. Well, I take that back because, I mean, when you look at Marvel, I mean, Thanos was CG villain and he was good.
Yeah, you
But
can
they
do it right.
developed a movie around him, so.
What were you saying about the trial and all that for Batman? I think we cut you off there.
Oh no, that was all. Oh, I
okay.
think it was just funny because in the end, it got turned around to where like all the villains were too egotistical to give Batman credit for anything.
And they
Yeah.
turned on each other.
Yeah.
Yeah. The only credit that they give Batman is that they blame him for them becoming what they are, which is fucking stupid.
No, that's how it started. They blamed him for their like how becoming how they are,
Mhm.
and basically the district attorney that was actually against Batman had to defend him, and she like realized that all those fuckers are crazy,
Yeah.
mystical narcissists that Batman has nothing had nothing to do with creating them.
Yeah. That was a good episode. There's a couple good episodes that we could talk about, but this is not the Batman podcast,
Sorry,
and Jazz
you
is
guys-
asleep
Batcast.
and Alex is asleep, and maybe we'll do a Batcast. We talk about it enough.
Not asleep.
No, Batcast.
But anyways, going back to my week, I
Yes, out
played.
of 10, Wonder Woman.
Oh yeah, we need to bring up Wonder Woman, and she'll be on it.
Yeah.
But I played Devil May Cry 5's Bloody Palace for a bit. That was a little bit disappointing. No new characters added. I was hoping that they would add like Trish and Lady and at least Virgil. You know, maybe do something with Nico. But they didn't add a goddamn thing. It's just the main 3 characters that you get to play as. So that kind of sucked.
I love Nico with all my heart.
It's probably the only time you'll ever see her, so enjoy it.
I'm sad. That's how all my favorite characters are.
Oh, and they took away Dante's motorcycle weapon in that mode.
What?
Why?
Why?
Exactly. Why? I guess because it's too OP would be the only thing I could think of. Because it is super powerful, but that's really shitty. Oh, let's go into a combat-centric mode and remove one of the main weapons? Great. Wonderful idea.
Do you still get that beautiful hat?
Yes, it's wonderful. I fucking
Okay.
love that goddamn thing. Constantly use it. So fun. Oh, did you actually finally play that, Cody?
Oh no.
Oh no, you need to. It's
My buddy
amazing.
came over and he was already like a majority way through the game, and I was like, I don't care for spoilers, and I just watched him beat the rest of it.
Yeah, you need it.
I-
It's so good.
Mail- every day in my mailbox
All
because it
day.
should be.
All
It
day.
should be here very soon,
What is?
and it's a Japanese version. My Devil May Cry 5 should be here soon, and it'll be the Japanese version, so no shiny butt sensors.
Ooh, that's a segue that we'll get into in just a second. But I
Okay.
also started a new game. I don't know what it's called because it's weird. It's like Mucinex. I don't know.
Isn't that a medicine?
It's Musynx. Mucinex. But it's an indie music rhythm game. It's essentially Guitar Hero without the controller and with like an anime music soundtrack. It's really, really good. I like it a lot. It has a ton of songs too. There's got to be like 50 songs in there or something crazy. But yeah, it's so good. Definitely check it out if you can. It's primarily digital. It was a digital only release, but I got my limited run copy, so I have a physical version of it. But sponsor. But yeah, so good. Love that game. I will continue to play more of that.
Wait, are
and
they a sponsor?
No. Maybe one day we'll see. But yeah, that was my week. So yeah, next week, everybody play something new. It'll be great.
Again?
Every week, forever, until you are dead.
Ah.
And even when you die,
I can
continue
do
to
that. I just put 800 NES games on my NES Classic, so
It
we're
doesn't
good.
mean like just new to us, right? Like not.
do it. Yeah,
just-
just
I'm sure new
something.
to
Yeah,
us.
yeah. And it
Make
like
sure.
it doesn't. For one, you don't have to beat it. I mean, if you want to play it for 30 minutes, that's fine. If you want to play it for longer, that's probably better because it's more worth talking about. It can be something free. It could be something on Steam for free. It could be like one of the free games of the month for PlayStation or Xbox, like whatever, just to kind of broaden our horizons and just to have more gaming stuff to talk about. We keep talking about movies and Batman and shit. I want to talk about video games. Goddamn.
I never segue into that shit.
I know it's
follow you
it's
guys.
my fault every time. I own that. But no, I just I feel like it's a good excuse for us to just try new things and play more
yeah.
games. It's good.
Yeah, I
But
get it.
back to the segue. Let's oh wait. Hey Jess,
Hello.
what time is it?
It's time for some news. I knew he'd do it on his own one day.
One of these days everybody will do the do. What did you say?
I'm about to just make you a fucking segue and just have Jazz voice the segue audio so you could just slap it in there. She could do it every single time. And
Jazz
we have a
doesn't
graphic for it.
Jazz doesn't like to say it's time for the news. That's okay. But yeah, so back to the segue, which didn't segue very well. But Devil May Cry 5 now includes more ass.
What?
Like we were kind of talking about that a second ago. So if you didn't know, Devil May Cry 5 on the PS4 in the US censored Trish's naked anus, which was on screen at a distance for a whopping 3 seconds. It was kind of a strange censorship that was done only in the US on the PS4 and PAL versions. It was fine on the Xbox version and in Japan. The nakedness was covered up by a glowy, out-of-place lens flare or magical ball of energy or some bullshit. And for some reason, they decided the ass must be seen and removed the glowy ass orb alongside the Bloody Palace update.
Yay!
But yeah, so unfortunately for Alec, it's only the US version. The European versions are still censored. So Alec's going to have to go somewhere else to see that sweet, sweet digital ass.
You can come to Canada, but that's also not US, so.
It's kind of like the EU.
Do I get to see Dante's ass?
Well, doesn't that region, as far as gaming, fall under the same category?
You know where there's no like ass in the old country.
In old country, everything's covered by loincloth except tits.
Jazz.
Where?
Doesn't Canada fall under the same code?
No. No, they're like there's United States, North America.
Yeah, I was pretty sure that Canada followed the same stuff as America.
Sometimes it follows European. It depends on what it is. When
Hmm.
it comes to nudity, we have our own rules.
I'm actually wondering about this because when the UK decides to finally leave the EU, are we going to get a different PAL system or something?
Oh, that's a good question.
Peculiar.
Or we have no games left because you are assholes.
Next up, we got a news story for Jazz. A Plague Tale goes gold and gets a release date. A Plague Tale is a third-person survival horror game about a girl named Amicia and her little brother Hugo, two youths on the run from the Inquisition in the 14th century Europe. But that isn't all. Armies of diseased rats are infecting the cities and countryside with a deadly plague. You as the player must guide the two siblings to safety as the world falls apart around them. A Plague's Tale is set to release on May 14th for PS4, Xbox One, and PC.
See,
So it's
I'm
right
just
around the
now
corner,
hearing
Jazz.
about this. I'm just now hearing about this, and I already tell it's gonna make me cry because something's gonna happen when I was fucking kids.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It's that's in the release date for a while.
Has it?
Yeah.
Well, maybe the news is that it went gold.
Or maybe they said like in May of 2019, but they didn't say the exact date probably. But I do remember it like being May.
So the news is probably just that it went gold. So it's
They have an
confirmed.
actual date.
So yeah, so it's confirmed to hit that
Yeah, that's
date.
the next game I'm buying.
Yeah, it looks really good. I'm excited about it.
Kind of like play style is it?
It makes me think of Last
I
of
just
Us.
told you, it's third-person survival horror.
Oh, cool.
It looks like it's gonna be like Last of Us, where you're more invested in like the story and not getting anyone killed.
Yeah,
Oh,
it looks
cool.
like it's gonna be either light combat or no combat. But,
Oh, there's combat. You have to like burn the rats.
yeah, but is that combat?
It's you fighting with fire.
Fighting for your life.
We'll go with light
Fighting
combat.
for your life.
But either way, regardless, it looks really cool. So check it out.
It's all in France. It's all set in France.
Little France.
Hello, Paris.
So the next news item is kind of concerning if it turns out to be true. Resident Evil 3 may not be developed in-house, or Resident Evil 3 Remake may not be developed in-house and could come out sooner than expected. So according to Aesthetic Gamer, who reliably leaked accurate information about Resident Evil 7 and Resident Evil 2 Remake, he stated, quote, "The series will be kinda unofficially almost annual for the next few years, though of course as game development goes, anything could be delayed. RE8 got a bit delayed, and I can say to you now that you shouldn't expect it until next gen is on the table. What is on the table is Remake 3, but Remake 3 is not what a lot of people are probably going to expect."
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
They're gonna have Jill full set of pants.
You hope so.
Better. Say
Well,
what
let's
you meant.
face it, Resident Evil 3 was never going to be as good as Resident Evil 2, so...
Yeah. But, okay, my fucking program stopped crashing. So
Now-
it goes on, it says, it's not being made by the same team that made Remake 2. In fact, it's not even being created internally by Capcom Division 1 at all. Who is developing it is very interesting, but for another day. It'll be coming about a lot sooner than people probably are expecting. So, this is...
In fact, it's not even Resident Evil.
Yeah.
It's Dino Crisis, surprise!
Yay!
You know, that would be good, but I want
I
Resident Evil
would
3 too.
love that.
That would be amazing.
Yeah, I agree.
But no, this could be really disastrous. I mean, nearly every outsourced Resident Evil title to date has been really, really bad. So, outsourced Resident Evil titles include Operation Raccoon City, Umbrella Corporation, and the Not a Hero DLC for RE7, which all were
Suck.
not good. So, if
Before
they-
we move on to the next topic, I have a question I just thought about concerning RE3 and whatnot.
Go for it.
Is the inclusion of Mr. X like more upfront in 2 going to ruin the Nemesis effect for now on?
I think so.
I feel. What do you mean from now on?
Like since like Mr. X, while he was a big part in the original RE2, he was only in Claire's section and he didn't always follow you.
Yeah.
Now that he's a constant threat in Remake 2, is it going to ruin what Nemesis was?
Taylor.
I don't think so.
Nemesis
I
runs
feel
at you.
yeah, I feel like it just kind of gave you a taste for what you're gonna get for Nemesis if they do that, because
But I mean, like, because
He-
there's different generations. Do you think that the newer generation who now picked up Remake 2 is going to be like, wow, this Nemesis guy is like rip off Mr. X and they're trying too hard or something?
no, I still think it's the same thing, because Mr. X, like, he does follow you around, but his like where he can go is still limited, and his move set is very limited. Like, oh, he can grab you, he can punch you, and that's
Right.
about it. You know, where Nemesis is going to be, he's quick, he's going to be pursuing you more aggressively. He's going to, like, Mr. X did break through the wall that one time, but Nemesis is going to be constantly fucking breaking through walls and coming from places that you weren't expecting him, and
It's gonna
you know,
be
just
like
being
the fucking Roadrunner and the Coyote.
yeah,
I'm
just having
really
access to
worried
weapons
about
and
it
being
is all,
quicker and
like,
being
I'm
more
sure it'll be
aggressive
fine.
and being there more frequently and having more access to where you're going. Like, he's going to be a bigger threat. And I feel like Mr. X kind of set the expectation of what that's going to be. And people are going to think that, oh, well, you know, he's not going to follow me too much. And, you know, you're just going to expect
And then he's gonna
less.
be like, oh.
Yeah, you're going to expect less interaction from him, where you're actually going to be getting a lot more. So it's good. I think it's going to catch people off guard in a good way.
People are gonna like hear his footsteps and they're gonna like slow down, and then like the footsteps stop, so they'll be like, "Oh, sweet!"
And then you
like,
hear
standing
running.
He's like standing right behind you.
That'd be awesome. You just hear you hear like the steps, just the footsteps,
You don't
like
even
walking,
hear the steps. You just
and
hear,
then you
like,
start hear the fucking running, and you're like, "What the fuck is that?"
You hear nothing, and it's quiet, and then you hear like stars.
Or off screen, you just hear the firing of a rocket, and you're like, "Huh?"
Yeah.
Next thing you fucking know, you're dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think it'll be good. But the fact
I
that
hope
if
he brings
this
back
does
the Nemesis Falcon Punch, where he just sprints at you full force and whops you.
if this does turn out to be true, though, I have a bad feeling it's not going to be a very good remake if it's outsourced.
It might not be good, but it'll probably sell millions of fucking copies.
Well, yeah, here it's the fucking Resident Evil 5 effect. You know, like it's going to outsell the previous game based on the previous game's popularity and impact, you know, because it was such a good game and it did really well. It's just going to build up the next game going forward. So even if it's worse, it's going to sell better, guaranteed.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I hope it's good. I hope that this is not a true rumor. And I apologize for the shitty structuring of that article and my crashing computer. It's weird. My notes document, like, it's freezing. So, like, the lines of text are just becoming, like, blurby fucking messes. It's hard to explain.
Blurby.
But it makes it impossible to read things, and I apologize for that. Technical difficulties.
It's because you have glaucoma. Just deal with it.
I mean, if we're talking about rumor news, I have some slightly rumored, slightly confirmed news.
Go for it.
Rumor news.
Xbox, well, I don't want to say has announced, sorry. There's been a thing that's kind of like leaked out that if someone got information that Microsoft is combining things together, which is called Game Pass Ultimate, which is going to combine Xbox Live and Xbox Game Pass for a discounted price of $15 a month. You can have both instead of paying $10 each. So you're saving about $5. And someone leaked the news, and someone that works at Microsoft, he's like the head of Game Pass, or one of the heads of Game Pass, tweeted out, "You beat me to it, haha, now look for it on PC next." Which is kind of confirming that Game Pass is coming to PC, and they're combining Xbox Live and Game Pass into one thing if you choose to do it, which would be, you know, nice.
Yeah, I believe that 100%. I mean, I feel like we've been expecting that for
A while.
like a month or two now.
Well,
Just
like
with the
people
what
have
they've
been
been saying.
expecting like just two separate like what do you call it subscriptions, but I'm like I'm glad it's it's gonna be one subscription if I choose, which is lucky for me because as an insider and someone who does a lot of beta testing and does a lot of feedback work, I apparently, and this is once again not confirmed, apparently Xbox insiders until the full version is released get the test Game Pass Ultimate for $1 a month instead of the $15 until it's fully out.
Nice.
Nice.
So we'll see where that goes. And
I have a feeling this is going to make its way onto Switch as well. Maybe to like a limited degree, but I think some variation of that's going
minus the Halos and the Gears of Wars.
I don't even think necessarily that. I think it's going to be more limited to like certain like high profile AAA titles. Like they might not release like the new Halo on that, at least not for a long time. And that could be also a hardware thing too. But I just think there's going to be some limitations, but that will find its way over to Switch.
I mean, they've already kind of addressed that Xbox Live is coming to Switch. So
yeah, but they still haven't confirmed that means you're going to play like Game Pass.
Well,
on
yeah,
there,
yeah.
or...
I'm not saying Game Pass, but I'm just like it's still like Nintendo and Microsoft have been working extremely close together. Like this past bit, like Cuphead's coming, to Switch. And
yeah, there was something else too, and I think
Master Chief's coming to PC.
What is that game? Not Heavenly Sword, but the one that came out after that by Ninja Theory. Hellblade.
Devil's Sword?
Hellblade.
Yeah, that's also going to Switch.
Sacrifice,
yeah,
or whatever it's called.
That's coming over to Switch, and Microsoft owns that. So I mean, there's a partnership already there, and they're already starting to move games over there. So, I mean, I would be shocked if they didn't bring this over pretty soon.
Nintendo tweeted something about someone, like, what do you want to see in Smash next? And Microsoft's official fucking account posted Master Chief's helmet.
I wouldn't be surprised, but I just don't care.
Why the oof? You got a problem with Master Chief?
No, I got a problem with Smash Brothers. It's fine. It's not really for me.
Smash is great. It's a
fighting game that's not a fighting game.
Yeah, it's a party fighter.
Yeah. But people treat it like it's a fighting game, and I'm just like, why?
I know, that's what annoys me. It's like the fans that is what annoys me about Smash. Like, Smash itself is like inherently innocent and fine, but never mind. I don't want to talk about that.
Alec, are you alive?
Yeah. I'm just
checking.
Just
want to make sure you're still breathing.
Oh God, audio check. I thought I was bad.
Barely breathing.
You'll breathe in old country.
Okay.
No one call for help or anything. God.
Okay. So next up, the internet has decided to complain about some dumb shit again. From Software's latest punishingly difficult title, Sekiro Shadows Die Twice, has brought up the debate about accessibility in games.
That was almost one of my topics I was going to choose, that someone modded an easy mode.
Oh, I didn't hear that, but I'm not surprised.
Yeah, modders made an easy mode in that game.
Yeah,
I mean, recently, in part thanks to From Software, games have been getting challenging again. Video games used to be challenging by nature. Part of the fun was learning and beating the challenge of a particular game.
That's why it's a fucking video game.
It's not a movie. Like it's supposed to challenge you and make you participate. You didn't have infinite respawns. You weren't guided by waypoints or some kind of insulting fucking tutorial or something. You had to use your brain and, for lack of a better term, get good. It's fucking stupid. So, but now with games like Dark Souls, Bloodborne, you got Neo, Sekiro, and even kind of Resident Evil 2 Remake to some extent, games are presenting a greater challenge.
Why hasn't anybody bitched about this when the first 3 Dark Souls and Bloodborne and Neo and all that
It was
came
there,
out?
just
No
not...
one-
It's just getting... Yeah, it's just getting bigger as that kind of genre, like the challenging game kind of...
I feel like part of it is because it's published by Activision, so they're expecting it to be, easy or accessible.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I mean, it is From Software, so it's going to be hard. But the people that buy fucking every Activision are like, oh, Call of Duty, oh, Destiny, oh, Sekiro, this is gonna be neat. Holy fuck, I can't play this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's probably part of it.
I don't get it because some of the most popular games, like Call of Duty and stuff, like, I mean, those are actually hard in the sense that if you were like a new player and go like try to play it online or even play some of the harder difficulties, that game's hard. So I don't really get why.
Well, there's a difference because Activision is mainly of this day and age. A lot of their fan base is first-person shooter people, and when you transition from first-person shooter to a first-person shooter, new game as a new player or not, you still have the instincts of a first-person shooter.
Yeah.
People that buy all these Activision games that are all recently first-person shooters going into a firm software game, they're gonna be like, holy shit, what the fuck? Because they're not used to that.
Yeah.
So, and Activision sells stupid amounts of games almost every year. So that's probably why the non-vocal, minority or whatever is now a very vocal minority, because it's Activision, that their crowd is being transported from this first-person shooter game to, oh, cool samurai game made by this company that I buy all their games, and now the group has exponentially grown because of that.
Yeah.
Yep, and just like people today, they just want instant gratification. They don't want the challenge. They don't want to have to learn it. They just want the content. So now debates are spreading across the internet about accessibility and fairness, and people are complaining that they can't beat these games because it's too hard for them and it's unfair. Well, guess what? Not every game is for everybody. Maybe you suck at like driving games. Is the developer supposed to just like put in a mode that's like on rails that just guides you to the finish line and you're in first place and all you got to do is look out the window and hit the horn? Like, fuck off. No. If you don't have the skill to play a game and you don't want to invest the time and effort that it takes to learn, how to progress, like how to play the game and move forward, then tough shit. Like, go play something else. Go play Mario or something. A new Mario, mind you, because some of the older ones are challenging, so you won't like it. Yeah. It's just fucking bullshit. Like,
Shaun games are confirmed that Activision players hate Mario. No.
I will have to say that, like, I don't know. At the same time, I think people are just gonna. I don't know why people are even paying attention to this, because like you can make like an easy game hard or a hard. I don't know. It's people are. I can't believe we're even entertaining like the news or anyone is even entertaining these people's complaints. It's like if it was a legitimate, where like honestly, I would say more so back in the day where games were almost like unfair, like actual broken games where like American
Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde
messed with the code or like so that a Japanese game was harder, or even like purposely made a game unbeatable for like under the guise of like longer playability. The fact that like if they're making games that are challenging, good, like slap a big old label and say, baby, stay away. And
I don't even think that's necessary. Like, if you're gonna spend $60 on a game, you should do a little bit of research. And if you don't, that's fine too. But when it's too hard, like, you have a choice to make: play it enough to get good and move forward, or decide that this game isn't for me and move the fuck on. Like,
I figured
the developers aren't.
Dark Souls kind of got away with it because their box almost fucking every piece of advertisement
says you're going to die.
Yeah. Actually, the other thing is too, I've experienced in 2 separate GameStops in 2 separate states where I went to go buy Demon Souls and then Dark Souls, and both times the manager basically tried to discourage me from buying the game. Like, was like, no, this is not a good game. You won't enjoy it. It's not fun. So I didn't buy Demon Souls. And then everybody, so I feel like most, like, especially if you shop at like game stores, they're going to warn you that it's like difficult, because at first they were like, they sort of misrepresented it and made it sound almost like unfair. So that's why I was like, well, I guess I won't try it. And then everybody's like, no, Demon Souls is amazing. And I was like, fuck. So when Dark Souls came out, I was like, I'm pre-ordering that bitch. And the guy did the same thing where I think it was Dwayne who's all like, no, man, it's like unfair. It's like you take a step and then you just die. It's just frustrating, stupid. I was like, no, I'm going to reserve this game. Like, he was like, when I got it, he was like, hey, you want this Dark Souls poster? You're like the only one who fucking cared. I'm like, because you told everybody not to buy it. I was like, I am getting this game.
And that's a problem too. People that do play it and they think that it's too hard turns into bad game. Yeah. And that is not true. Like, they shit on the game because it's so hard, but that's not the game's fault. It's supposed to be that way.
Experience with Dark Souls, people misconstrued my experience all the fucking time with "will get good," and I hate that shit because I bitch and complain about Dark Souls, and I always bitch and complain for reasonable things, and everyone goes, "You hate it because it's too hard." Every time to me, every fucking time. When I have legitimate complaints about some of the broken systems in those games, it's always, well, you're not good at it.
And that's fine, though. Like, if you have legitimate, like, things aren't working or this mechanic is garbage or whatever, fine. You know, voice your opinion about how you think that doesn't work well. That's okay. But to just say, like, oh, it's too hard, like, make the game for me, fuck off. You know, the creators have a vision.
That it's too hard, yeah.
The creators want to make a thing, and that thing is really difficult. The whole point of the games that From Software makes is to challenge you. Like you said, like they say, you know, prepare to die. That's what they want. That's what they want to do. They want to kill you and make it hard and throw everything that they can at you to provide this challenge for you to overcome. That's what those games are. And there's no excuse today. Like, with the access of the internet, probably in your back pocket or in your fucking hand, where you can just go to Google and figure shit out. Like, take 2 seconds before you spend your $60 on this game to see what is this game about. Oh, it's, you know, I'm gonna die a lot, apparently, from what these reviews say or from what the box says or whatever. Like, you're done. Don't buy it, or buy it and take it for what it is. The developers don't owe you anything. You don't need to fucking have your super easy mode. And when they do that, like, part of the argument too is that, you know, there should be an easy mode and then there can be a hard mode, but it dilutes the game, and it hurts the community, because the whole purpose is it's supposed to be hard. When you have half the players playing it on easy and it's like it's a breeze, and and then the other half that has the challenge, it splinters the community, and it fractures the overall experience, because it's not known as a super hard game anymore because a lot of people are playing it on easy.
Here's going to be the thing. Part of and I'm not saying it's padding, but if they get their way, if there's an easy mode update and they get their way, you know what the fucking complaint is going to be? This game is too short. Easy.
Oh, yeah. There's that too, yeah.
Because, like, the dying is part of the fucking game length. Like, yeah, you have to start from the checkpoint because you fucking died. If there's an easy mode, then there's got to be a catch. Like, you're gonna go through the game wicked faster, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
I just have to say, I like the difficulty because playing Resident Evil 2 on hardcore is probably the most fun I've had playing video games, like current gen stuff, in a while, like, easily.
Yeah,
play
hardcore mode
at 60 frames a second.
Hardcore mode on Resident Evil 2 is the definitive mode. Like, that is the intended excuse me, the intended and more enjoyable difficulty, and that's how you should play it. And, like, for me, I like a challenge. Like, I play a lot of games on hard, you know, and, like, that's not for everybody, but there's a community out there that likes that. So there's no reason why developers can't make a game tailored to that audience. You know, why can't they have their games? Like, you can flip it around, like, oh, why can't I play this game? Why is it not for me? Well, flip that around to the people that like the challenge and want a game for them. Why can't they fucking have a game that's super challenging for them? Those are a lot more infrequent than easy-ass games that fucking walk you from beginning to end through the whole process. You know, give
Right.
us a couple more difficult games for that community instead of being a selfish, complaining asshole. It's fucking bullshit. But yeah, that's
We-
that's
Kind
a
of
thing.
making me think like I should give Left Alive another shot, really.
Oh, is the problem just being hard or what?
Go fucking play Left Alive.
I don't know what it is. I think it's the controls. I must admit, when I was playing it, it's like the controls were just not responding to what I
Did
wanted
you get to
it
pilot
to
a
do.
Wanzer?
No.
Did
Not
you get
yet.
to pilot a Metal Gear?
I
wish.
I was watching Funhouse play Left Alive. They had a one-off episode. It's a Rooster Teeth subsidiary. But Funhouse was playing a one-off episode of Left Alive, and it was the fucking one of the funniest things I've ever fucking watched by them. Because like every 5 seconds they were saying Lanzer, and they kept taking it out of context. It started as the mech, but then they're just like, "Oh, you're gonna whip out your Wanzer," and it's just like, "Oh god."
Those
It's,
guys are funny.
they're fucking hilarious.
Hey Jazz, are you alive?
No, she is
Yes.
Wow. Wow.
Jazz,
Yes, I
whip out
am.
your Wanzer for old country.
I don't know what that is.
It's a big mech.
Oh. Yeah, I don't know.
The thing Hitler
Just
Hitler
take a
pilots
look at this.
Wolfenstein.
We don't talk about Hitler.
So you should know about this. All right, so next, Microsoft, Sony, and Nintendo are under investigation over online gaming services.
I didn't read about that, but I heard fill me in.
This is good news, in my opinion. The Competition and Markets Authority in the UK are currently investigating the companies over fears that their online subscription services are unfair. They have said, quote, "We are concerned about whether some of these companies' business practices are legal, such as their use of auto renewals for online gaming contracts, their cancellation and refund policies, and their terms and conditions."
Okay.
Yeah, they go on to say, quote, "Our investigation will look into whether the biggest online gaming companies are being fair with their customers when they automatically renew their contracts and whether people can easily cancel or get a refund."
It's about fucking time they deal with those fuckers.
Yeah, this should have happened a long time ago.
I feel like that's not the thing they should be aiming for. They should be aiming for the whole like if you get banned, you lose all your games.
So, they also stated that they have written to all three companies to request information on these contracts to better understand their practices. So my hope for this is that during that investigation, licensing and ownership are brought into the light. This seems to have like a majority focus on auto renewal and service and return policies. But I hope in diving into this, since they are digging through the license agreements, that they do notice that, and that does raise a red flag where that becomes a conversation on a wider scale. Because
Probably won't. We gotta
it probably won't, but in the beginning of this article, it does briefly state that's in there, you know. So hopefully they talk about it, you know.
They better bring it up because, you know, it'd be nice, you know, not to worry. Not that I do worry because, you know, I have faith, but whatever. Because I'm not an idiot that's going to go and get banned.
Yeah, it's a very important thing, you know. All these issues are important, you know, especially the auto renewal thing. We were talking about that before as well, where it's like you're signing up to all these services, and a lot of these you're auto agreeing to things, like you're agreeing to the terms of service by default. Like that box is already checked. You don't manually check it, you just hit agree. And
Right.
That's a problem right there. But they do need to emphasize in the terms of service, this is
Big, bold
going
letters
big
at the
bold
top.
letter, exactly, that
Like we were talking
this
about.
will auto renew and bill your card at the end of the trial. That needs
Yeah.
to happen. Just like in the terms of service where it says you do not own this game, it's a license. These are items that need to be highlighted and brought to the very top of the service agreement, and like we just said, in big bold letters, probably in a different color, because it's that important that it needs to draw your attention and get you to look at it and understand what you're buying into. So
Yeah.
hopefully that'll be the end result of this. Hopefully it's not just like a brief thing that comes and goes and they reevaluate like their return policies and then it just dies. I'm hoping something greater comes of this, but at least it's out there and there's the potential that things can get a little bit better from this.
I'm still waiting on news to update about the loot boxes in America, because I know in, God, I can't remember which country right now.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
But yeah, how they banned loot boxes, and now they actually have slightly better results than we have in terms of like game services and stuff that have loot boxes. I hope they do something like, I'm waiting for the update like that in America.
Yeah.
Now, hopefully this gets as big as the loot box situation.
I'm hoping loot boxes just die. That's not realistic, but it's my hope. But another thing, part of that law that was passed or whatever the fuck happened, they also have to reveal the percentages, like the chances of actually getting a particular item. They have to reveal that to you.
Away.
Yeah, so and that's something that should turn some people off, where it's like, oh, well, I have 0.003% chance of getting the item that I want when I spend my whatever $1, $2, $3, $5. So like, do I really want to do that? There's a 99% chance I'm not even going to get it.
Yeah, you're just throwing money at the screen.
But again, transparency is the thing. Like, a lot of this would be acceptable and you couldn't argue it if they were just transparent about what the fuck they're doing. that needs to change. Next thing we got, more aches and pains in the digital world, of course.
Yay!
I've just going through news articles week by week. It's just, this is going to be every week. I mean, because it's getting bigger and bigger and we're transitioning into digital. Every single week we're going to have some form of digital conversation. So we'll just try to tone down how deep that conversation goes. But it doesn't look like that shit's going anywhere. But Sony is shutting down Drive Club VR. The game and all the DLC will be pulled from the store on August 31st. Players who own the game will be able to play the single-player modes after the servers shut down, but all social and online features will no longer work once the servers are shut off. This joins the likes of Gravity Rush 2, which had its servers shut down less than a year and a half after release, Kill Strain, which was shut down only 8 months after release,
Marvel Heroes Omega.
Yep, PlayStation All-Stars, and tons of other games that have been shut down.
It's funny because as soon as Marvel Heroes Omega hit Xbox, literally like a month and a half later, it died. I thought that was funny. I was like, cool, I finally get to play it on here.
Well, they were probably trying to branch out to other platforms to save it, and it just probably didn't work.
Yeah, it was already, they were already like bankrupt or whatever the fuck happened.
Yeah, it's probably like a last-ditch effort.
So it's not really that it was a digital issue more than the company shut down.
Yeah, but that does affect the whole digital ownership thing.
Well, the thing, it wasn't even the ownership. They just couldn't. They just didn't keep the servers running. They couldn't. So what are you gonna do? Have a free game up for download forever that no one could play still?
Yeah. I mean, it just but that's part of the problem with games as a service. But it's really sad that we're losing the opportunity to play these games. Like in a digital world, if you don't buy a game within an unspecified window, they disappear forever. Like that Marvel Omega or whatever. Like I never got to play that. I'll never know what the fuck that is. It just disappeared. And that's fine. There's going to be mediocre games that fall under this category, probably more often than like AAA titles, but those will as well. But you don't have time to play everything. But when things are on disc, you can hunt them down and play it at any point. You know, sometimes the game will cost more, or sometimes it'll be super cheap because, you know, the demand goes down and you can buy it for a couple bucks.
Yeah, you can still buy it, but
sometimes it'll turn into Rule of Rose where you're spending $200 on it. And
no, I wouldn't even say that. I was going to say, you know, there's still games that you could buy in physical media that'll be like, oh, you pop it in, this game is no longer supported, and it's just a disc that does nothing.
Sure, true. Yeah, that's true. But
doesn't happen often.
It's more frequently an issue with digital games and games as a service primarily, because all forms of that game are online only. But so when digital games are shuttered, you know, that game is over and you have no say in it. You know, hope you played it because now it's gone, and if you didn't know about it, you'll never come across it again because it's been removed from the store. And that's more for like Scott Pilgrim and things like that. Like if you missed out on Scott Pilgrim, it's too late. You can't get it. It's gone. And it's just lost in time. And to a more...
That shit is on my hard drive and it will stay there forever.
You fucking hope so. It's still there for now, but again,
Ain't deleting my goddamn
again,
game.
They say you don't own that game, so if for some reason they need to remove it from you, they can. And one day it's probably going to happen. Who knows when it's going to happen? Nobody
I'm
knows.
honestly surprised because there are 360 hard drives that have that game on it that no one's been able to take it, like source it out of the hard drive itself and salvage it.
Yeah.
How has
it's
that
just,
not been able to be a thing yet?
It's just such a fucking mess, and it's really disappointing that, you know, we're missing opportunities to play games. Like, we're having less of a chance to be exposed to these different experiences because if we're not there in the moment or within the window that that game is available, we may not even know it existed until it's too late, and the best we're going to get is to watch a video on YouTube or something. And that's a fucking shame. You know, your favorite game ever may be out in the ether somewhere, and you may never get to experience that game because you weren't there in the moment. That's really sad. And then the people that create these games, their hard work and this artistic piece of entertainment just gone, just disappears. That's
So speaking of Scott Pilgrim, when are we going to do our Let's Play that we planned like a year and a half ago?
We should do it soon.
The servers are probably not even working.
You know what? You're probably right. But that's all I got. Anybody else got some news?
Not really.
Perfect.
Okay, so I have some news. Since this year is the 15th anniversary of Monster Hunter, they're picking back up the celebration with a new trailer for Iceborne, and they are also doing some super cool hunts. They just had a really good one, and you'll be able to get it'll be your chance to get some of that limited gear again. So
cool.
Watch.
Is it gonna? So is that
next month?
is that like an extended thing, or is it going to be the typical? Here's an event for fucking half hour. Well, I mean, I told you that we would play, so we need to. I guess now's the time, huh?
Yay!
Yeah, we'll play, and plus we all need to get on that and start recording for your damn machinima.
Yep.
We got to make it happen.
Yes.
Okay, so obviously we did the structure a little bit differently. We did news before what we're about to do now,
News
which is
before
what?
shoes.
What are we doing?
Yeah.
I
Which
don't
one
know
do
how
I-
to do
Ding,
that.
ding, ding, ding,
Who
ding,
goes first? Who goes first?
You,
goes
you,
first?
Jazz.
Me?
It's your time to shine.
I start shining.
What?
What the fuck is that from?
You were censored.
Diamonds.
Can't fucking censor me,
You're,
bitch.
you're shining. Oh, wow.
Wow. What the fuck is that from?
Bright like a diamond.
It's time
Beyonce?
for some. No, that's the name of the game.
It's
Oh,
time
yeah,
for
Cody-
some. What
Cody
the
hasn't
fuck is
played
that
this
from?
yet.
Oh, you're right. But you need to go.
I don't have this either, so I'll have to make for Diz. It's time for what the fuck is that from? And I think she goes. Or something.
I think that was it.
Something like that.
Should I do balululu?
You can do blah.
Okay, start over. Say it again.
Okay, it's time to play. What the fuck is that from?
Jesus. Nailed it.
Woo!
I will go over the rules because I don't think Cody's ever played it with us. And in case people forget specific rules, Shayla, I will. Yeah.
And for the studio audience,
Yeah, I guess.
the
for
not
those
so
guys,
studio audience.
Yeah, I guess so.
Wow.
So everybody gets a quote from one of the S.D. Perry novels of Resident Evil. Yeah,
I ain't gonna know anything about that.
that's the whole point. It's to see
Yeah, none of us
if
do.
by a quote you can tell which game it's from, because they're so not the same that's how fun. It's entertaining for me to try to
All
listen to
right.
you guys try to figure out where it's from. So everybody gets a quote in turn, and if you get it right, you get 5 points. If you get it wrong, you lose 5 points. If you don't want to lose points, you can choose not to answer. Pick somebody else to answer for you, but they do not answer which game it's from. They answer who said it. And if they're right, you get 2 points. They get 2 points. If they're wrong, you lose 2 points. They lose 2 points. Bam.
Booyah.
I'm getting shorter every time I go over them. So
And faster.
anyway,
Here, let me go
Who
over the
wants-
rules real quick. What?
Okay, now you have to go first. Or you lose 10 points.
Wow. I guess that's better than you go first and you lose 10 points.
So, Shaun,
Hello.
are you ready for your quote?
Oh, man.
That's a no, but you're going to get it anyway.
Let's do this. I got this.
All right, here's your quote. And I almost caught up to her, but she must have slipped past me. I got lost in the tunnels trying to find my way back.
Resident Evil 2.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I got one. Wow.
I got
You're
one.
minus one.
It's because you gave me one of Shayla's.
No,
I know.
that was for you.
I finally got a fucking point. How long has it been? I don't
You got
even know.
5 points. You get 5 points.
I'm still in the negative.
So Shaun, everybody's in the negative.
I know. That might
So
have
next
winning?
one-
that may have put me in first. Oh
Actually,
no,
yeah,
Cody.
Cody at the
yeah,
moment.
fuck.
Well, I'm winning at +2, but Cody's
damn
winning
it.
at 0 right now. Right now. Shaun, who goes next?
Alec.
Alec,
No. Yes.
are you ready for your quote?
Bring it.
All right. You're going to be okay, bro. Just hang on. I'm gonna get us out of here.
I wouldn't say Resident Evil.
Which one?
Well, first one.
Nope. That is
Yeah.
Resident Evil 3, when Carlos's buddy got shot or bitten or something.
I'm starting to notice a pattern here. You always ask me Resident Evil 3
I
questions.
know, and you never say Resident Evil 3.
At the beginning, she was doing that for everybody, and we were all failing. So now she's
Or am I
mixing
still?
it up for some people. It seems like.
Yeah. Alec, who goes next?
Shayla.
Shayla,
Hey.
are you ready?
That's
Don't
cool.
worry, you won't OD or anything. Somebody wrote dosage numbers on the back of the bottle.
Resident Evil 1.
Nope. Where is there a bottle of where you could OD in Resident Evil 1?
The chemical room. That's what I was
Yeah.
thinking too.
Nope, it's when Claire brings the pills back to Rodrigo in Code Veronica.
Oh.
Keep giving you Claire codes. I'm not gonna tell you guys what Shayla's at.
I'm glad, Shaun, that you at least thought it was Rebecca too.
Yeah, I totally did. Yeah.
I was thinking RE2 in the lab with like, Sherry and all that and curing people.
I should have.
Oh yeah.
I put Shayla minus 24.
Wait, double
I don't know
minus?
why. I don't know why I put 2 minuses, but Shayla's now into double negatives. Which leaves us with Cody. Are you ready for your first question? Quote?
I'm winning, so I'll pass. No.
Nope, no passing. Alright, are you ready?
Yes.
God, you gave me a scare. I heard the elevator start up and thought I was having a heart attack.
Oh, I know it.
Resident Evil 1?
Yeah.
Nice.
Because that's the only elevator I can think of right now, the one that goes from the mansion to the underground.
Damn it, Cody's still winning. Fuck.
Ah.
Yeah, he's still winning. It was Barry.
Beery?
I thought so.
Barry to Wesker when Wesker's like, I have your family.
Is this before or after the bush?
What? Bush?
Oh,
What
Barry.
came, what came first, the berry or the bush?
Oh my god. Okay, call back. And that's the game!
Yay!
So the score is now Shaun -2,
Yeah!
pushing his way out of that negative.
Heck yeah.
His is at -13, Nick's at -5. Shayla
Woo!
is at -24.
Oh no.
Alec is at -9, and Cody's at +5.
I'm going to
calling
pretend
it.
that's German and I got no points.
Shayla's gonna come back.
Yeah.
Underdog.
From where?
From the brink of destruction.
But you know what? That means she's dedicated because she's been on the podcast enough times to have negative points.
That
Hell-
is true.
Also, this game is only like 3 podcasts old, so.
But I've been on all 3.
How
That's
the fuck
because-
do you have -20 seconds, whatever, 3 podcasts?
I mean, it's probably more than 3, but it's still great.
I have a weird feeling this point system is very skewed.
No,
It's-
no, it's legit.
It went -7, -2, because I think somebody kept passing the questions to her,
Yeah,
and she kept
I've
getting
been
-2 on top of her -5.
I only
Yeah.
passed one question, for the record.
Yeah, you guys have to remember you can do that.
Yeah.
I was going
That's
to. If I didn't
okay.
know it this time,
Wait,
I would have
didn't I
passed.
say I was gonna pass the question? You told me no.
You can't when you don't have any fucking
I thought you-
questions.
I thought you were yeah, you can't do that until you hear the quote.
Yeah.
Oh.
But also, I thought you were saying I passed my turn. I just heard like I'm gonna pass, and I was like,
I was
no.
like, I'm
No,
winning,
no.
so I'll pass.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
got to be a rule
Damn.
in there that the first person can't just continue to pass every fucking time.
Yeah.
I mean, you can pass as many times as you want. You just get less points, or you lose points.
Oh, I
but-
mean, I guess
I'm losing
because we
four.
could catch up. I
But
I feel like that's a shit move.
you know what?
I'm just saying.
You're in second place.
Wah.
Wah.
Oh, wah, wah, wah.
I'll figure out some twists along the way,
Ooh, curveballs.
because now I can pass the torch over to Alec.
Okay,
What time is it? Oh,
it's
wait.
game time.
Oh, shit.
I
So is that
Okay,
is that
so-
the new theme song for this segment?
thought he was doing Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. That's what it sounded like.
Oh, I get it. I hear it now.
Oh, it does, yeah.
Fuck you.
Right, okay, so for demo, I'm going to ask everyone 2 questions, and then there's going to be a last question as a bonus round, alright? So
Okay,
everyone gets to... So you each get 2 questions, and then anyone can answer the last question,
Ooh.
and
Okay.
they can get the final point. So, Shayla, shall we go with you first?
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
afraid. Hold me.
Go yummy.
Oh, it's fun. Right. Shayla, in Metal Gear Solid 3, what is the name of the game Big Boss dreams about in the prison
Oh,
on the
shit.
PS2 version?
I know this. I know this. Hang on.
You cut deep.
I was about to say, I hope this is something I know.
It's like, because it's a vampire, guy, guy, guys,
Are you having a stroke?
final answer, guys, final answer.
Guy Savage, you saying?
Mm-hmm.
Well, congratulations, you got a point.
Wow.
Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
Hey!
Aw.
I can't believe you got that. I didn't fucking know. Where do you even learn that?
You have to. I
Yeah,
think
you have to play the PS2 version.
Well,
Yeah.
no, I know what it is and I've seen it in the game, but where do
I'm
you
pretty
go to
sure-
find out the name of it?
something. I think I just like sometimes I just go read Metal Gear. Oh, and they had on Metal Gear Solid 2 on PS2. They have a document of, I don't know, or maybe I had the Metal Gear Solid 3 special edition, but they have like
Maybe I had a
documents
fever dream.
on discs where you can like read files and stuff, and like I have like of stuff for Metal Gear. You have no
So
idea.
that's
like
some buried ass information right there.
Mm.
Damn. Good job.
Okay. Demo, do you want to have a question? Sorry, I
would,
should say Cody.
I would say whatever, I guess.
Okay. Your gaming question is: in the USA box art of Castlevania Symphony of the Night, what is the real life name of the castle used for its picture?
Jesus.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Like, I
Damn.
know about the real life version of the
How
in-game castle.
that. Just say Dracula's castle or Mania or something.
Well, I don't think it's Dracula's castle. It's... Fuck.
Hint, I said there's a real life name, so...
Yeah, there is a real life name, but I don't know the real
It's
life
probably-
name. Probably not Vlad's castle, but I'll just say Vlad's castle.
Okay, you are wrong. The answer is Mont Saint Michael. It is in France. Jazz, your gaming question. In the 1996...
Pipe
In the
down.
1990s... Shut up. In the 1996 Tomb Raider game, which character was the first... which character was the first to speak in the game?
What?
Oh. How
Is this
the
a trick?
fuck are you supposed to know that? Wow. You're good.
It's called
Good
research. Do some.
luck. No, you're
I
right. You're
skipped
right.
the fucking cutscene.
Or just
the
play the
start of
game
it.
enough.
I think I know.
I know, but I don't know the name.
I feel like I'm overthinking it because I
I
don't
know.
remember, and it's probably like fucking Lara, and he's shitting me or something. I want to say it's. You need a name?
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you were to ask me that about Symphony of the Night, I could tell you straight up who's the first character to speak in that game.
No, it's the fucking names are all hovering in my head right now. Do I have a time
These
limit?
are hard.
They are hard. I have all these names, and I'm like, who the fuck's
You got the easiest question.
Okay, I know what it is then.
Well, it's up to Jazz. Do you want to answer the question, give it a guess, or do you want to pass it on?
I'm just, you know what? I'm gonna say Lara.
You're going to say Lara.
Yeah,
I guess.
I hate myself. I wanted to say her Sherpa.
Okay, well, you got that one wrong. It's not Lara.
Can I
So,
guess?
yeah, Shadow, you can have a guess if you want.
Is it the tiger?
The tiger.
What?
Yeah.
No.
That's what I was at. Because is
So-
Is it fucking Richard? Is it fucking Richard?
It's the dude in the
answer-
Eskimo outfit.
The answer is Larson.
That guy.
Fucking
That guy.
Larson.
Who the fuck is Larson?
I think you should replay the game, because I actually ended up watching a YouTube video or the walkthrough, and I was like, okay. That's the first person he speaks in the
Can
game.
I redeem myself if I can quote the entire beginning speech of Symphony of the Night?
Nope.
No.
Sean's third.
Okay. It should
Nope.
be a little easier for Sean.
Nope.
I'll be very surprised if he doesn't get it. Right. In Resident Evil 1 Remake, what is the code to enter the terminal code in Laboratory B2?
on the computer?
So it's got a little terminal that opens like a little side door.
Side door? You're talking about the code on the computer, right? Like in the room with it's like a green
Not the
hued
John
room?
Ada. Not the John Ada one.
I can't picture what.
Okay, I'll give you another. When you use the filter on the film camera where you see Wesker with the other scientists.
Mm-hmm.
So at the end of it, there's a barcode, isn't there?
Oh fuck.
So what's the number?
I don't know.
Do you want to give it a guess?
It's just fucking numbers. I couldn't even. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, it's a funny thing. You've probably all done it so many times, and it's just like
That's the thing. Like when I'm running through it, I'm just like do. Like I don't even think about it. I just fucking throw it in there and go. I'm not like
How-
1, 2, 3, 4. You know what I mean? Like,
I hate you, Alex.
you're an asshole. You're the
Just,
worst
you know
kind
what?
of person.
That
I'm
fucking
gonna give you
cutscene came
I'm
back to
giving
my
you a
head.
question next week.
Oh shit.
yeah. I mean, this is the thing. I think people should give me questions. Right. So
Well, I'm gonna give you a question.
Hey, I got a question for you. What's your fucking problem?
right. So the answer to that one is 8462.
Yeah, no way I would have got that. No chance.
Bam.
Okay.
You're making me doubt my fucking fandom, you asshole.
What was it? 84
928.
8462.
8462. Now you won't forget it.
Yay, Will.
Yeah, I already forgot.
Ask him the question next week. See if he remembers the numbers without him looking it
Oh
up.
shit.
I actually listened to the podcast even after I've
Fucked
been
up
on
my
it.
brain, Alex. I saw
Right.
that scene. I just couldn't fucking remember. I thought she spoke first or he spoke first.
I
Now
didn't
know
even.
what you're talking about.
He said, she said.
Yeah.
I thought
Bullshit.
you
Right.
start a tomb and you fall in a hole and there's a tiger.
Okay, so last question for everyone, but not everyone's going to answer it. So Shayla, it's your second question. Ready?
Ooh. Okay.
Okay. What is that which breaks but don't fall, and that which falls but cannot break? Do you want me to read it again?
Yeah, because I did not get that.
Okay. So these are kind of like riddle questions.
Okay, so these are the Sphinx ones. Okay, okay.
Fucking
Yeah.
hate these ones.
So I'll say it again. What is that which breaks but don't fall, and that which falls but cannot break?
Wait, this is just like my other one. Hang on. Days. It was today and tomorrow. Today and tomorrow.
You're remembering your last answer from the last game.
The same thing. It's the same answer. It's like days and nights. It's like the cycle of.
Okay. Is that going to be your answer?
Yeah.
Is it-
Yeah.
Is it spirit?
Because wait, say it. Falls. Not like the dark.
What
dark
is that which breaks but doesn't fall, and
dawn
then
breaks.
which
breaks.
falls?
Dawn and twilight or night.
Oh.
So, the answer is the day breaks, then the night falls. I'm going to give you half a point because
Yeah,
you
that was
kind of got
close.
there.
I was
Yeah.
about to say, I feel like you should give her a point because I feel like she kind of got it right.
So, I'll give her half a point now. So, Shayla, you're winning. Quite clearly.
By a lot.
Yeah. Who went next? Was it Cody?
I guess, I don't know.
Yeah, okay. So your question is, you have a single match. You are in pitch black room with a candle, an oil lamp, and a gas stove.
Oh, I know
Which
this.
do you like first?
I know this one.
Which do you like first?
Mm-hmm. Do you want me to read it out again?
Yeah, said it again because I'm pretty sure I know the answer. I just want
I know.
to make sure I didn't trip up because this is really easy, it feels like.
Right. You have a single match and
Okay.
are in pitch black room with a candle, an oil lamp, and a gas stove. Which do you light first?
Well, I mean, you can't have anything else without the match.
No, that's alright. You got it.
Hey!
I was pretty sure it was match, but I didn't want to
Yeah.
be fucking
I was like,
dumb.
don't yourself.
I was like, that was surprisingly easy.
How come he got the easy one and mine's fucking hard? Mine's
I think the riddle ones are a little bit
That's the
difficult,
one
but
winning.
but the gaming questions, it's designed to make you
weird
think.
because like when
Those are not gaming questions.
no these
No,
are
these-
They are.
These are like gaming puzzles. Like if you like games with puzzles, these are
Yeah.
amazing.
Right, question 3. I think this is for Jazz. Right, could you list numbers which have the letter A in the spelling from number 1 to number 100?
What?
Could you list numbers which have the letter A in their spelling from numbers 1 to 100?
No.
Correct.
Correct?
Every single number.
Sweet.
Yeah. So
God,
every
that was an easy one.
You know what? I said no because I didn't want to fucking start spelling out.
Just oh.
He asked me, could
I
you?
was
and
a bit
said no.
confused. I was like, wait a minute, are we talking about the numbers themselves or the spelling of the numbers?
yeah, spelling of the numbers.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Question 4. This is for Shaun.
Oh God.
Okay. What goes up but never goes down?
I feel like I should know this.
I was gonna say something really dumb, but I don't think it's the answer, but I'm not gonna say anything till after he guesses.
Penis.
Mhm.
This is like the oldest one in the book.
Yeah, I know. Why don't I know this?
Can you pass it? Can you pass it?
Shayla, relax. Cat.
Sorry.
Wow, I cannot think of it. Yeah, I guess I'll have to pass. It's
Picture Shayla sitting there twitching on her fucking chair like
I know.
yeah. Go ahead, Shayla.
Your age.
What-
yeah,
what is it?
that's right.
I was
It
gonna
is
say-
age.
I was gonna say some dumb shit like anything you throw in space really high in one direction because that's just not coming back.
Oh my
I just feel like that could be so many things, but it is like an old one that like everybody should know. But I just like I don't like this isn't part of my daily or like.
You didn't get enough in school. It's okay, Shaun.
Wow.
Jesus.
Okay. Last question, and anyone can try to answer this, and I will
I'm
just
gonna
try
mute
to get.
myself.
Yay.
Okay. So, how can you draw a square with 3 lines?
What?
How can you draw a square with 3 lines?
Oh, I think I know this track.
Go on then.
It's like, it has to do with like connect the dot. But I don't know.
Right.
That's all
Anyone
I know.
else?
I got nothing.
To draw it
Never.
for you?
What did you just say, Shayla?
Are we supposed to draw it for you?
No.
And then
Oh.
fax it.
Right, so the answer is you draw a square and then draw 3 lines at the center of the square.
Oh my god.
Oh my
Fuck
God.
off.
Ah, these are fun.
I hate these. They make me feel
Oh.
fucking stupid.
I was
It's like, oh, damn.
Like, it took me a minute because I sat there and I was like, "You idiot! You draw a square in the first place. You gotta draw 4 lines." And then I thought
Right.
about it a step further, and I was like, "Yeah, it was literally in the wording."
Yeah, I'm thinking it's like literally like a actual puzzle. Like I
Yeah.
have to,
I was like, "How the fuck do you draw a square without drawing a square?"
right? I'm like, dude,
I was like, "There's something to this that I'm missing."
that's
Going
what
back to
I'm
Sean's
drawing
question.
for you?
What goes up but never comes down? My anxiety.
Okay, good game, everyone. So,
No, fuck Alec.
Sean has fuck all.
Damn.
But I am,
Cody has 1 point.
doesn't he get a
Jazz has 1 point. And Shayla has 2.5 points.
Jesus.
So, it means, Shayla, you've won. I think you went joint last one in the last game. But yeah, you've won 2 of these games. Well, hey,
Yay.
Good job.
congratulations. I'll shut up
We
now.
have to kill her first.
She must be
She's the
stopped.
first to be sacrificed.
See, it doesn't matter that you're minus 27 in the other game. You're doing well in
I
this
know,
game.
I'm gonna,
It's balancing
this game's
out.
all about- I know the random goofy what the fuck trivia.
Apparently that's my weakness.
Yeah.
All right, well,
All right,
let's get into some updates and we'll wind things down. I'm still working on Days episode 13, obviously, because it's not up. But it's looking more likely that I'm going to have to do some recasting, which is really unfortunate on the final episode, but that's a thing. Nothing finalized just yet, but that's a thing. I've been helping Alyssa Diz edit Dork episode 2. So hopefully that will be wrapping up somewhat soon and we'll get that. I've been working on the new segment for Machinima, for the Machinima content on the podcast. And I found some interesting things that I'm exploring. So I'm not going to go into detail, but until I have like more information about it. But there's some cool things that I've discovered. That
It's like Sean's in college all over again. He's experimenting.
yeah. But no, cool things that might actually open up the community and other such cool things. But yeah, things are happening there. But yeah, that's about it. Machinima stuff is happening in terms of creation and discovery and discussion, and I want to get more Machinima focused, just kind of overall in general with the podcast, with posting more Machinima, and yeah. There you go. But that's all I got. What do you have going on, Jazz?
So it is April, as the day this thing goes up, it is April, 8, 9? And still nothing on episode 3 of Irrelevations, because I'm still catching up to what I lost last time.
Oh, no.
But my focus, because I get angry easily, my focus switched easily to the new thing, and I worked a little bit on that, but this week I have not had the time. I did a little bit, That's my update. Is I did a little bit.
A little bit.
If you don't know what it is, so that's a little bit of something. For all you know, it's nothing.
I worked on a little bit of a mystery.
A little bit of nap.
Oh, I get it. It's the script to the new Scooby-Doo!
Yeah.
Don't tell anybody.
Leon Kennedy and the Mystery Machine.
I'd watch that. Cool.
You would.
Oh, wow. I
With
just
Leon
said I
and
would.
Scooby-Doo. I know, and I said you would too.
You would get fucked.
You would.
What you got going on, Alec?
Okay, I've got to be a little bit honest with you guys. So you guys know I'm going to be moving hopefully in 2 months' time.
Yeah.
The PC is a pile of shit, so I'm probably going to be putting OT on hiatus unless either you two can, record for it. So, but yeah, it's still in the pipe works. I haven't forgotten about it, but yeah. So go watch the trailer from last week.
Yeah. At the end of the episode, before there are no credits, but at the end of the episode. Yeah. What do you got coming up, Shayla?
I'm pretty much just gonna be working on my machinima, which is taking longer than I had hoped. So sorry, but I want to try to have something before the month is over.
Did we determine whether or not it has a name?
Yes, but I don't want to.
Oh, okay.
No spoilers.
It's a spoiler.
I don't even know it. I forgot my character's name.
Oh,
Does
no.
it have a gender?
Yeah.
It's 2019, Alec.
He's playing Guess Who. Does he look like a bitch?
Oh my god, you're asking me a riddle. Damn it! I was unprepared.
How about you, Cody? What's coming up?
Oh, I got a few things in the works, a few videos about... Oh, I got a video about Borderlands. I got 20 hours of footage for it. I gotta compress that down to 20 minutes.
As far as like a Let's Play, or what is it?
It's just kind of let's look at, or what I told you I think I was working on last week, the Let's Inspect, which is kind of like not a review, but it's just looking at newer games, being like, yeah, what is this? What's changed? What's, just looking at the game without getting a review score or anything. Last week I put out my one-of-a-kind Minecraft Let's Play Part 2 machinima.
Fuck.
That was beautiful.
It's always beautiful. It's neat. I got a video about the PlayStation Classic. I'm working slowly on one about the NES Classic. Oh boy.
Is that Minecraft thing going to be... Is it done, or are you going to continue to do that, or...
I want to do more. I have ideas for more. Which I would discuss afterwards, but I have a video coming out on the HDMI switcher. It's kind of like an unboxing look at that, so that's already uploaded but not out yet. Scheduled. I have a few things in the works. It's all slowly coming since I've moved to one video a week and it's all heavily edited stuff now. The Rage video just came out April 1st, so looking at Rage in 2019.
Awesome.
Sweet.
Yeah, it's good though. No, I think taking a step back and doing less videos with more effort is probably the way to go. But it's nice to do both if you have time to do like Let's Plays on a daily or like every other day kind of basis in between. The more time consuming content is always good too. That's what I would like to do.
I didn't count it, but I did have 2 Outlast 2 videos go up that were old, just re-uploaded old videos from like...
Oh yeah, I saw those come up. I was like,
yeah,
reactions.
They're
when did you even play it?
montages of jump scares and moments where I just repeatedly go, oh no, and don't want to go anywhere or do anything because it's fucking terrifying.
Cool, well
Shaun, do you have any challenges for this week's podcast for people that might be listening? It's like, what should I do this week?
Nope, just same thing as last week. Just play more games, experience new things before they disappear. Or don't buy digital. Don't go find yourself a good old-fashioned little old disc. Play that.
Go read a book.
Or if you're going to play a digital game, download it for free. Not illegally. Download the free PlayStation Plus games or the Xbox games with gold or some shit on Steam. But play something new and get a new experience.
You act like Steam gives away free games all the time. That
No,
are
there's
like AAAs.
no. There's shitty garbage free games on Steam, but some of them are entertaining.
I played one that I fucking died once and went nope. It's still on YouTube.
Oh, was that the one with the fucking tripod you knocked over and it was like creepy?
Yeah, fucking, I didn't understand what was going on, and then girls like banging on the walls or something.
You should have done more of that. But yeah, there's free shit out there for you to take a look at if you don't want to spend money on games. But play something new. That's my challenge for everybody in the universe. Go have fun. Support video games before it's ruined. But yeah, that does it for episode 28. Can you believe it's already episode 28? Holy shit.
I can now that you said it.
I
feel so old.
Wow.
We gotta beat the Rooster Teeth podcast by another 580 episodes.
I don't think that's going to happen unless we do like 3 a week or more.
Oh no, they do 1 a week.
They keep doing more.
Well, still, we do 1 a week as well, so we're never going to catch up.
Yeah, but eventually they're gonna die of old age.
Oh my god. That went dark.
They're like our age.
Yeah, but that gives us a chance to catch up, and we're younger.
Jesus.
We started before them. In time, anyway. We started before them in the future.
What?
You can.
Anyway, as always, thanks for hanging out with us. We hope you had a good time and feel like we dropped some knowledge on you. If you enjoyed this episode, a like, a sub, or a share is always really helpful. We appreciate that. And with that said, we will see you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Do 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 do.